Hey everybody, welcome to the 67 Stang channel once again. So as you know, if you watched the last video, pretty much done cutting the floor pans out, and now it's time to start welding. So I've started practicing with some of the sheet metal I cut off there, so I'm very happy to report. Let's see if I can bring this up. I've started, and while it's certainly not pretty, it is effective. I have welded these two pieces to this other piece. One with spot welds, one with what you call it, tack welds. Okay, that's the one I want. And they stay on. I beat them with a hammer and they stay together. So I'm pretty happy with that. Pretty excited, actually. So I'm going to try to get this set up so you can actually watch me do some welding. Of course, any comments you have on technique would be appreciated. So try to get things set up for this. Oh, and by the way, I'm using my Harbor Freight titanium flux 125. I've got my voltage set down. Let's see, the top one's voltage down to A, which is the lowest setting, and my wire speed is around 3. So I don't know if that's a little fast, a little slow. I'm still, again, trying to figure this out because I've never done it before, but it seems to work. A lot of cleanup, a lot of grinding going on, but pretty impressive, I thought, for my first real attempts at doing this. So let's see if I can get this set up for y'all to see me do this. Okay, first thing I'm doing is prepping the piece. I'm going to do some more of those spot welds because that's what I'm doing mostly on this car. So I've got a special bit for cutting the holes for the spot weld. So I'll go ahead and drill some holes on this piece of metal. Helps if you have the drill going the right way. Okay, so that's the same, I think, 5/16 size as the original holes that were on the car to start with. So you got those holes. So what I'm going to do is get that big piece that I was already working with right here. I'm putting in the vise and all that, trying to simulate close to the same thermals and stuff I'm going to have on the car. Let me check and see if we can see that. Yep, we can see that. Okay. So now, take this piece here. So that side, we have another one somewhere. Where'd it go? Hey folks, sorry for the interruption, but we're going to take a little break from our regularly scheduled video because, well, in trying to find the clamp that I was looking for, I pulled the whole toolbox down on top of me and I said some very nasty words as that happened, and it wasn't any fun. So if you want to see it, watch till the end of the video. I'll put in the blooper, I guess, there, but we're going to go ahead and jump forward and just use the one clamp and whatnot. So I now return you to the regularly scheduled video. Okay, well, we'll just try it with the one clamp. Got gloves on, got my mask on. be. Oh, ground. Won't work without a ground. Ground. Put it on there. Good. Okay, again, not the prettiest things in the world. But are they effective? That's really what matters, right? To me, these are floorboards. We're not talking about fenders or get the stupid thing unclamped. So, hopefully you can see that. Again, not pretty, but set this down, grab my hammer. Aha! Success. They seem to be connected. We kept playing with this, and I might be close to getting those floorboards welded in than I thought. Sorry about that. Anyway, gotta go get ready for family dinner tonight. We found a turkey. Whew, hold on, switch around here. So anyway, we found a turkey in our deep freeze from Thanksgiving. Apparently they didn't get used. I usually fix 2 of them for Thanksgiving. So I found it in our freezer. So we thought, well, what the hell? We'll have Thanksgiving in August. So got some family, my mother-in-law, my dad, coming up here for dinner. So I'm going to do that. We'll see. I don't think this will be the end. We'll probably add some more to this. But anyway, see y'all later. Bye. So anyway, we're back. The Thanksgiving in August dinner was a big success. The turkey was quite yummy. So was the dressing. Had my dad come up, the one that we interviewed. He joined us, which was nice. And my mother-in-law and sister-in-law came. And we really did have pretty much a Thanksgiving in August, which I thought was pretty good. With all the COVID stuff going around, being able to actually think about what all you're thankful for and the blessings you have, really was uplifting, I felt. So anyway, now back to car stuff. So I've been continuing to do some practicing on the welding, still not perfect, but I'm getting the spot welds, I think, pretty good. Again, not 100%, but I beat the hell out of all of these welds, and they are holding up really well with a hammer and whatnot. So I think pretty good to go there. My tack welds still leave a lot to be desired, not the best on that, but what I think is I'm about to the point where I feel comfortable maybe trying to weld in some pieces. Couple of lessons I have learned. So one with my flux core welder, the titanium 125 back there. Got to be on the lowest setting on the voltage with A to do this, and try to keep the wire at about I don't know, 1 inch or so in length seems to work the best. Um, so that's turning out to be okay. The other thing I would say, having not welded before, I went very cheap on a welding mask, helmet, whatever you want to call this. And it's part of my problem is it's not one of the auto darkening ones. So that really does make it hard to see what I'm doing. I'm constantly having to raise it up, look, get a feel for what I'm doing. If you're new to this, I would encourage you getting one of the auto darkening units so you can get where you are, and then when you hit the trigger it darkens back up as the flash comes on, because I said this is kind of a pain. Does it work? Yeah. You know, from once you get going, I can see out of it fine. It's not a bad helmet. Again, this one came from Harbor Freight. Pardon me. But I would encourage you to spend a little extra money, get the auto darkening ones if you're new to that, and I'm sure any of you out there that have welded will probably second that. The other lesson learned is make sure the area you're welding is clear of things that are flammable. I know this seems like one of those no-brainer kind of things, but when I was doing some of these practice welds, I'm sitting there welding, and all of a sudden my foot is getting real hot. And I'm like, why is my foot hot? That's not right. So I flip up the welding mask and I look down, and apparently I was standing on some packing materials that I don't know where they came from. I didn't even know it was down there. That a spark or two had come off of and caught fire. So my foot was on fire because it was standing on the packing materials. Luckily, I mean, overall it was no big deal. I pulled my foot out of the fire. I had a small hole through the top, not these shoes, I was wearing a different pair of shoes. I don't even know if you can see this because I can't see what you see. Anyway, in the top of my shoe, it did go through. I've got a small mark on the top of my foot. Also had something spark off and get me right here. So anyway, just lessons learned. I got the fire put out, no big deal. Just be careful in that. So with that, we're gonna call it a video. I know it's short. If you did like it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, tell all your friends about it. We're up to 68 or so subscribers. No, we're up to over 70 subscribers now, I believe. Anyway, with that, guys, I'll see y'all in the next video. Typical trip fashion, I can't find my place. This will be nice.